All I'm saying is, for us black men dating black women in America, it's a challenge for us.
It's not a challenge. You just picking the wrong women. You know what? You just don't understand.
Well, help me understand. Explain it in a way that is appealing to a man, cause I know frustration comes and you throw up your hands. Let's debate upon the topic. I will listen to your stance. I'll object it if I can. Can I interrupt her though? She's passionate about it. When she speaks, it lets you know. He say, she say, intro song. I hope you enjoy the show. Evan Jefferson is on. Let me introduce the host.
Man, oh man, y'all know it's going down tonight. Man, it's your boy ERGJ, man, here with the He Say, She Say show where everybody has a voice. Why not let your voice be heard, man? It's about to be on and popping here tonight because we got a scintillating, sizzling title for us here tonight. And we got some brothers that got some things that they want to share tonight. And we hope that y'all got something that y'all want to share today too, man. Y'all see the meme up there, man. You know, brother, sister said, man, a man isn't a real man unless he paying all my bills. Blocked. Yeah, get T-fuck out of here, man. Hey, this is an adult, mature night. So put the kids to bed, get your little drinky drink, bring your little ideas and your opinions and all that good stuff, because we're going to have a wonderful conversation here tonight on the He Say, She Say show, as our title for tonight is Miss Me With the Bullshit. Okay, miss me with that bullshit. Now, this is going to be able to go just about anywhere because who knows, all right? Now, here's the deal, guys. I know I'm going to have to repeat the rules over and over and over again for the sisters because for some reason, it's like y'all, I think y'all had these conversations in y'all head when men be talking, and then when we shut up, or even before we shut up, y'all just start talking about the stuff that's in your head, and you didn't really hear shit I said. But anyway, here's the deal, guys. If you're a He Say here tonight, and you're represented here early, say, man, we got to come on and talk about this stuff. Go ahead and put in console He Say. If you're a She Say here tonight, and you are representing the sisters here tonight, go ahead and put in console She Say. Here's how it works, right? Here's the rules, okay? In order to be recognized in the comments, because we all got stuff to say. Everybody got a voice. Well, your voice, if you are a brother, starts with He Say, and then blah blah blah. Your comment that you like to add. She Say, the sisters, you put She Say, and then blah blah blah. The comment like you like to add. Now, I gotta preface these rules because I want the She Says to understand that us brothers have been learning your tactics for quite a while. Let me get this out the way, and I'm gonna do this again because we're gonna have to do this again. It's generalization, so we know it's not every woman, right? Because do you all really want us to point out the ones that we're talking about? Y'all don't want us to do that either, okay? So we know it's not every. So please don't come in with it's not every woman. We know that. Second thing, don't hit me with the men do it too. Listen. That's what y'all always do. Never try to accept responsibility for the stuff that the brothers are saying to the sisters. Well, this ain't that kind of night. You get blocked too. Blocked. No, I'm not gonna block you. I'm just saying, like we tactics. Y'all do the same stuff all the time, right? And it ain't every woman, okay? But I think y'all been reading the same playbook. Y'all been giving the people the same advice. You're right. Nope, never say you're wrong. Never admit that you're wrong. Nope, that's not what you're gonna do. You could be flat ass wrong, but don't ever admit that you're wrong. Miss me with that bullshit. All right, man. Let's see who's here tonight, man. Look, y'all ain't typing just yet, or maybe y'all are, because there's something going on with Facebook. So I'm gonna have to come in here from another route because I know y'all are talking. All right, so I'm gonna have to come in here from another route because Facebook been tripping with the dang on comments and stuff. So let me see if I can find it here somewhere over the rainbow. All right, it ain't there. Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't know where this thing is. All right, 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can find the stream. All right, it might be way down there in the stream somewhere. Give me just a second. Now, did I find it? Yeah, I did find it. And there we go. Yep. Let me do this.
All right, so I'm gonna come in.
Okay, let's do that.
Facebook been tripping with the.
Okay, we do got some comments. Okay, what's up? Let me see if we can see some comment. No, yep, we ain't seeing the comments here, so we're gonna have to come over here and see the comments. So I'm gonna have to read out the. Oh, this is gonna be long. This is gonna be long. I'm gonna have to read out the comments in order for us to see the comments. Okay, good old face. Okay, so some things going on with the stream. That's all right. So I'm gonna come in here. One second, guys. Let me come in here. Okay, this route. All right. Okay, I see Brother Anthony is how good even to you, Miss Vivian. Okay, I can see that part. Okay, so we just not gonna have no comments there on our screen. That's okay. All right. So if you are a he say and you're representing here tonight, man, go ahead and put in console he say. If you are a she say and you're representing here tonight, go ahead and put in console she say. We're gonna have to do this the long way. Oh Lord, we're gonna have to do this the long way. 1 second, guys. Oh Lord, good old Facebook and the stream and all that good stuff. Hey, man, let me introduce you guys, man, our guests that are here with us here tonight, our panel. I see you, toy guy. Let me bring you on up in here, man. Let me bring you on up in here, man. Thank you so much, brothers. Y'all have valiantly returned to join us here for another week of the He Say, She Say show, with our title being Miss Me With That Bullshit. Man, I'll start with you, brother, sir, man. If you could just tell people a little bit about who you are and your status or anything like that, man. Let people know what's going on with you up there.
All right, everybody. I'm Sir Mark Adu, and I'm an economic evangelist in the heart of a hustler. Yeah, also I'm an author. Wrote a book on the economy, economic evangelism, a bold new movement for financial improvement. I'm a father. I'm also a grandfather, and I just love family. My biggest thing to date is helping God's people prosper. I have a company called Heavenly Body Products, and I also have a company called ChronicKiller.com, and I'm always looking for distributors that want to increase their wealth right here, right now. So please give us a call at 404-286-6700, Monday through Friday from 10 to 6 p.m. Or go and check out our website at heavenlybodyproducts.com or ChronicKiller.com. And I love what's going on. I appreciate what's happening tonight. He said, I should have said that at the beginning, but he said that this topic right here is for everybody. You know, just miss with that bullshit. I'm ready.
All right, he ready. He always marketing, boy. He ain't gonna never miss an opportunity to market. I say that never miss an opportunity to market, man. Brother Anthony, man, thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the He Say, She Say show. Man, if you could just a quick introduction, man. Let people know who you are, your status, and all that good stuff.
Anthony Sims from Dallas, Texas. I am a sales manager at a funeral home and cemetery crematory combo location. I also have a brand new business called thegettingplace.com where I sell CBD products and a few other items that I'm going to be dabbling into. So come check me out.
All right, man. Brother Anthony is up here in the house, man, and the toy guy's returning here. Bold return from the toy guy, man. If you could introduce yourself, let people know who you are, your status, and all that good stuff here on the He Say show.
Sure, no problem, man. So He Say, I'm the toy guy located out in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm an owner of adult novelties company called Platinum Treasures Adult Novelties and Lingerie. Web address is www.pttreasures.com. Also a real estate investor here in the Baltimore area as well.
Absolutely, man. Toy guys in the house. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the He Say, She Say show. So let me do this again, guys. So here's how it goes. If you're a brother and you're joining us here tonight and you want to engage in the conversation, you would begin your statement with He Say, representing the brothers in our thought process. If you're a sister and you're here tonight and you'd like to engage in the conversation, you will put in before your comment, She Say. Now, I'm going to have to read this off another screen because it ain't popping up on our main screen, but that's okay. I can see it. I done pulled it up on my other screen. I will get to your comment and read it for you. But again, it won't be recognized if you don't start it with He Say and or She Say. And again, sisters, we know your tactics. So can you not do the sister thing tonight? Or me, you know, I call you out. It ain't no thing. You don't have to, but if you like to, man, that's just going to add spice to what we got going on here tonight. Now, of course, one of the things that we do with our broadcast, we always pay homage to an author who has, kind of has something to do with love and relationships or money or something like that. So we are continuing along in the book that's written by a brother named Derrick Alford called Choose Wisely. And this book is considered to be a black man's guide to healthy relationships, a black man's guide to healthy relationships. So we are going to read this chapter, which is called Be Yourself, and then get you guys' take on what Brother Alford has actually written in his in this book. Okay, so be yourself. All right, everybody put in the console, be yourself, by the way. And that's just already by itself. It just seems like it might be difficult to do sometimes, depending on who you have chosen to be with. Like they won't even let you be yourself. But anyway, be yourself. It sounds simple, right? It sounds simple. Be yourself. It is simple. Well, at least it can be. Ultimately, it's all on you. Many young black men, including myself, at a point struggle with being their self. I used to wear a lot of jewelry. I mean, I really mean it. I was iced out. Old saying, I know, LOL. I had a big white gold D-Rock nameplate, earrings, and a big Last Supper chain with a Jesus head bracelet on my wrist. And to top it off, I had some gold fronts, gold teeth. I really thought I was doing something. To this day, I thank God I did not get robbed or hurt over that junk. All I was doing was pretending to be someone I was not, which ultimately attracted me to girls that were not a good fit for me. You cannot expect to attract the right type of woman if you're pretending to be somebody else, because the woman you will attract be ones that are interested in the type of guys you're pretending to be, whether that's the thug type, the hustler, or the player. Everything that you are not. Trust me, I completely understand if you have not fully found out who you are. Maybe you have, and you don't feel that the ladies will not like you as you truly are, and that is okay. Also, you will get to the point where you are more confident being your true self. But you have to remember you're special and unique. We all are, and we all have something great to offer. One thing to always remember is you have to love yourself. Everybody put also love myself. That may sound corny, yeah, but it's real talk. Everything starts within. So if you want to find that queen that loves you, then you must first love yourself. Waking up in the morning and telling yourself in the mirror you are a great person, or saying I'm a handsome and strong man, are also good affirmations that can help and will help. Give them a shot. And also remember to be patient with yourself. Nobody figures everything out by themselves in a day, and forming new habits take time. Another strategy that can and will help is writing a list of all the things you like about yourself, or that you are good at or enjoy doing. Once you have a list together, focus on doing the things on that list. For example, say on the list you created, you wrote down that you're a good cook. I recommend you cook more. Maybe cook for friends and family or female you're interested in. Doing that something you enjoy will not make you feel good because you enjoy it, but it can give you a feeling of fulfillment because your family and friends will enjoy the food, and that will give you a confident boost, and ultimately you'll get even better at what you're doing because you're doing it more. And if you don't know really what you're good at, that is okay as well. In this busy society we live in, it's easy to lose interest in things you enjoy or once enjoyed. What you will have to do is make some time to try different things. Try drawing or painting, taking online classes, or getting up with some childhood friends and explore. You have to try as many different things as you can. I also recommend thinking about your childhood and the things you enjoyed to do back then. Asking family could be of use as well. Just remember the ultimate goal is to find more out about yourself and what you enjoy to do. Black men, be yourself. Always being real and authentic is all you need to do to attract someone on the same level that you are. You won't have to worry about women that are after your money or with you for alternative motives, because you won't attract them. And when you do run into those type of women, they will be easy to recognize. The right women, the right friends, the right business partners, and so much are all out there waiting for you. Just do you. Be yourself. And everything and everyone that you are looking for will come. Everything that you're looking for will come, man. Again, he says, put in the comments, so he say before your comment, she say before your comment as well. Let's see what you guys have to say about this. I will say this, man. That's one thing that I enjoy. I like getting that money. I have fun getting paid. That's what I like doing. And people can't seem to understand that. They're like, no, that's what I like to do. That is what's fun to me, and I do it well. Brother Marketing, man, what's your take on some of the words that you heard from Brother Alford as he in his title or his section, Be Yourself?
Well, he said, okay. He said that he was right on point. That's something that I struggle with for a very long time, probably all my life, because being yourself, man, is just can be so complicated. But just hearing him speak on it made it a lot clearer. You know, I've always probably attracted, you know, the wrong woman, but these days that I'm really, really focused, and I'm real quick to say no, you know, because I do love to be in relationship, but I love making my paper, you know. So women that really I come in contact with and that say that, is all you think about is money. You're definitely not the woman for me, because that's not what I always only think about, because I'm just practicing what I know that keeps me smiling, keeps me happy, and keeps me fulfilled. So being yourself for me is for the first time, I feel like for the first time in my life, I have a chance to be myself and not react to things, and try to get into I started getting into a relationship, and I realized that's not really what I wanted, you know. And now that I cut that off, I'm really more engaged with who I am and what I do and why I do it. And it's easy for me to say to women, men, women, or children, don't matter who the fuck you are, listen with that bullshit. I just say fuck you, you know? And that's where I'm at right now. I mean, I think when people begin to realize that fuck you is really a powerful thing. You know, as long as I don't say, well, fuck me, you know, that's what I'm going to stay away from. But fuck you is definitely going to be very, very double backer.
This is a great segue.
Fuck you. You know? What?
It's a great segue, man, because as we're talking about being yourself, it's gonna move us right into don't miss me with that bullshit, man. But Brother Anthony, man, come down to you, man. What's some of the stuff that you got from what Brother Alford was saying in his book, Choose Wisely, in the title, in the section, Be Yourself?
You know, that's the hardest thing in the world for a lot of people, men and women. Is it's the hardest thing in the world for most people to do when they're in relationships and in business. Because what I find is that in relationships, we're trying to mold ourselves into being the ideal of the person that we're pursuing. And then we often lose ourselves in that pursuit. And then from a business standpoint, I mean, a lot of people that, you know, they lie on their resume or they lie about the skills that they might have. And then when it comes time to show and prove, which, Evan, you see that a lot, when it comes time for somebody to show up and show and prove, they can't do what they said, or they've overvalued their skill. And I think that's important, because it's important for you to know who you are, because there's only one of you. And when it comes down to the relationship standpoint of it, if you go into it shaking and faking, you're going to have to end it shaking and faking just so you can be who you authentically are. And I think that's a big problem with a lot of people in relationships now. We talk a big game, but we can't show and prove when it comes time to get on the court. That's what he said.
Man, oh man, it's getting hot up in here. It's getting hot up. I got you, Toy Guy. It's getting hot up in here, man. I got some things that I'm gonna bring it on down to Brother Toy Guy, man. As Brother Alford in his book Choose Wisely, and the section Be Yourself, man. What's your take on some of the stuff that you heard?
Well, he say, like, honestly, I really felt it, because, you know, I was actually one of those guys, you know, like, especially like in my late teens, early 20s, especially like in college, like, you know, all the jewelry, you know, the nice cars and all that stuff. Like, even when I graduated, hitting the clubs, you know, wanting to ball out and stuff like that. Jay-Z said, you know, we drinking, what is that? Not Cristal. That's what me and my boys was drinking and all that stuff. But as I got older, and I quickly realized, like, you know, the best thing that you can do as a man is just really just be yourself, and you'll really start attracting, like the right people. Earlier, I didn't mention that my status, which is like, married, but ultimately that's what happened. Like when I was just out there balling out of control, doing my thing, I was meeting all the wrong women. And then, it might have been them, and mostly might have been me. It might have just been where I was positioning myself at that particular time. But once I really stopped caring about what the world thought, what other people thought about me or anything like that, and I just started doing things for self. Like, I was single for 5 years, and then all of a sudden I happened to be in a nightclub one night, and I bumped into, my wife, which was, was just a woman that just sat next to me, and we vibed out, and, like the rest is history. So, now that I'm older, my thing is all about just, being myself, staying true to who I am. And like a lot of times, like I can do a lot of great things and meet a lot of great people, and I don't have to compromise like who I am. And I'm very confident in whatever room I walk into and things of that nature. So like, when you definitely find yourself, it's a good feeling, man. It's really a good feeling. But I feel like a lot of people, men and women, have that issues, especially men, have that issue in finding themselves. And I truly believe if and when they do so, it'll be a good look.
Man, wait a second here. He said you just said especially men. Oh Lord, okay. Oh, okay. So this is this big word that I use, and it's called delusional. And many of us think we might be more than we actually are, or whatever the case may be. Matter of fact, it's very hard for us to even recognize our own ways because we've been stuck in our own ways for however long. But you said especially men. So are you that? I mean, are you just because you're a man, you want to help the brothers out, or is this really you really think that men have a bigger problem with this than women?
Well, honestly, are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm coming back to you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Nah, no problem. Like my thing is, it's like I think.
What does he say?
No, excuse me. He say like I truly believe like like men and women actually have that issue, right? But my thing is, it's like I know we can always look on the outside, right? So us as men can always look at a woman and be like, "Yo, miss me with the bullshit." We see what the issues are, yada yada yada. But a lot of times it's internal. You see what I'm saying? So like you have to really internalize who you are and be comfortable in who you are. And then what you'll quickly realize is when you're comfortable in who you are, what you like, and all those different type of things, you will start to attract, the proper people around you, especially like the women. When I was out there balling out of control, buying out bars and going to strip club, throwing thousands of dollars to the third, I came across every wrong woman that I did not want in my life. Whether they had multiple kids, baby fathers, they had a drug dealing boyfriend, whatever the case may be. As soon as I started getting smart about money, I started investing. I started, getting into church more, like the whole 9 yards. I ended up meeting a woman that was an exact replica of myself and the things that I like, and all of those things. And like the rest is history. And I truly just believe, because I was comfortable in who I was, and I found the woman for me. Now my relationship in the 7 years that we've been married has really completely flourished.
Okay. All right. I feel you on that. I feel I'm gonna come to you, brother Marketer. Let me catch up on these comments here. That we do have some he say, she say. Obviously not gonna be able to pop it up on the screen, guys, but I will read what you guys are typing because I'm over here on another screen. So let's just see here. Because all right, man, what's going on? What's going on? Anthony, you should talk with me on cannabis account. Oh, you're a cannabis account, George? Okay. He say, Anthony, you should get with me. He's a cannabis accountant. Okay. All right, we need to get with you, brother. That's why I tagged you. That's why I brought you on over here, George, so we can get with you. Be yourself. She say, be yourself. She say, good evening, be yourself. He say, love myself. She say, love myself. She say, love myself. He say, everyone else is already taken. Really? Okay, George. Everyone else is already taken. She say, love myself. She said, what? Yeah, sometimes we be saying fuck you. Even if we don't say it to you, we say it in our head sometimes, man. Fuck you. Vivian says, she say, more. Once you begin to love yourself, I say, fuck those fake ass jokers. I'm gonna come to that comment, Miss Vivian, because what Toy Guy, what you just said was, as you he said, as you become love yourself. I also think that you still attract some of what you. I think you still attract some of what you used to be attracted to, because I think that's like a test, like of your maturation. Like, have you really gotten past this type of life or whatever it is that you used to be so much attracted to, associated with, or whatever the case may be. And I think that as you and I mature or develop, that we see that, and it becomes easier to say no to it as well. Like we see it coming, man. I'm gonna come over to you, brother Mark, and I'll come back and catch up on this comment because it seemed like you had something you wanted to add or respond to.
Yeah.
Something the toy guy said. Go ahead, brother Mark.
No, because he said he's right on. I mean, because especially men, because we some fake ass niggas sometimes. We just is. We lead in the wrong way, acting ballers, acting shot callers, and that's the problem. Is how we've been raised by our uncles and our brothers and shit, and how we lead into shit. And women, for the most part, as far as I'm concerned, they want to be loved. They want to be nurtured. They want to be, pay my bills, right? So if you lead in there like, pay, I'll pay your telephone bills, I'll pay you all your bills, and because I got this thing going on, that's what you're attracting. So when he said that, are you being yourself or are you some fake ass dude? You know what I'm saying? Because, we saying the words, older, but that's not the fucking thing. Is are you wiser as you're getting older? And are you able to put those fucking baller shot caller shit to the side and say, this is really what I want to be. This is the person I want to attract. And this is the person I want in my life. And I'm not going to fake it anymore. It's just like where I am. I'm done with that shit. I know the woman I'm going to be with is going to be like my man right here, the toy guy. It's going to be like all things are going to be clicking on all cylinders, and she's going to have plenty of paper. She's going to have plenty of things to do. She's going to have a business mindset, and she got so much going on that she ain't got time to be fucking around with me. She just wants to be in a relationship that works. And we as men, we stop that bullshit balling and not really being ourselves, then we'll attract the right one.
Oh my goodness. So he say, I'm with you on that. But even as we develop, evolve, as we put down that bullshit, and we start being true, right? My reality is women can't handle that shit either.
No.
So now they got a real motherfucker that's gonna just be straight up with them. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. I said it earlier, right? As a man, here's my experience. When I was the liar, they loved me. When I was a truth teller, they hate me. Now, of course, obviously, at being a truth teller, you're going to begin to attract those that respect truth. But you're also going to have all these motherfuckers, like Bernie Mac said, all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're still lying.
Hold on, sorry, guy. Let me come down to Brother Anthony. I got to come to you, man. Brother Anthony, what's the take, man? Go ahead, Brother Anthony.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Yeah. So he say, what this kind of reminds me of is years ago, and I know, Evan, you hate this guy, but when Grant Cardone moved his business from LA to Miami, in order for him to attract certain salespeople, he put on like a reality show so he could hire. And I remember this one brother that came to interview, he was telling him all this stuff and about how much money he was making and so forth. And then Grant asked him, how many carats are your earrings? And the guy said, what? He was like, how many carats are your earrings? He was like, well, these not real. He's like, I'm trying to fake it till I make it. And he was like, right there, you're not being authentic, because everything that you just said to me might not be true, because if you came in here talking about how successful you are, but yet you wear fake earrings, that tells me that you're not really honest with yourself. But then it goes back to when you look at relationships as a whole, oftentimes we are a mirror. So we hold up a mirror, and the person that we're either pretending to be or that we really are is who we're going to be attracting. So when we don't like that fake ass woman that comes in our face, it's usually because we're being fake about our approach. And like you said, Evan, when you're lying to women, you get a lot of attention, you get a lot of love. But when you start telling the truth, then everybody want to kind of back away and not give you the props that you deserve. And it's mostly because, and one of the things I always say to my women friends and even my daughter and my niece, niggas will lie 90% of the time because it works. And if you're going to be real about who you are, you'll be able to recognize 90% of the lies, and you'll be able to distinguish between who's faking and who's for real. That's what he said.
Man, it's gonna get because we got some comments, boy. I can't wait to get these comments, boy. Woo, you gonna miss me with some of this bullshit, these damn old comments. I'm gonna tell you that. But Toy Guy, come on, man. Come on. What's the take, man? What does he say?
Nah, like he say, like I pretty much agree with all the what all of the gentlemen are saying, right? So so like I'll just keep using myself as an example. It's like truly like when I didn't really have anything going on, right? All of the materialistic stuff made me look larger than life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100, right? Like the type of cars I drove, the rims, the jewelry, like all of that stuff, going to the clubs, everything, the designer frames, like, whatever I wanted to wear, clothes, whole 9 yards. But now that, I'm sitting at 38 years of age, like, quite truthfully, I don't want anybody knowing anything that I got. So, you can catch me. I'm the most unassuming person now. Like where before I was driving Acuras and Lexuses and all that type stuff. Now I'm in a Honda Accord. Not to say I can't afford a Benz or a Beamer and all that stuff. Of course I can. But at the end of the day, like my motto as I've gotten, like up in age now, and it's just like, I don't need that type of attention. Because that type of attention will bring you negativity, across the board. Whether it be the wrong type of woman you want to be involved with, or it'll bring, criminal activity towards you where somebody might try to murder you, rob you, whatever the case may be. And what I've also learned is that when you get around people that really got money or doing their thing and they're confident in their abilities, they don't display anything. You know what I'm saying? You just happen to find by happenstance whatever they own or whatever they doing, this, that, and the third. Like, you don't ever, you know what I'm saying, see them flaunting and talking about anything. It's just more so like, oh, you own that particular building or you own this business or whatever the case may be. Like, you're just very unassuming. And I think like once you start getting to that level, you know what I'm saying, you don't really have those problems, and you'll really start attracting the type of people you want to be around you, especially when it comes to women.
Man, oh man, this is good stuff, man. So here's the deal, man. I want to catch up on the comments. And he said, man, just notice this, right? You see how we're taking ownership of ourselves. We're like, hey, man, brothers and we men and blah, blah, blah. Notice some of these comments. See, this is what I'm talking about. Notice some of these comments, and it's like, oh, it ain't going to happen for it. It's just hard to happen from the other side of the street. Say, man, let me take ownership for us, she says, and how we operate. No. Why? Wait till I get these motherfucking comments. Well, we going to be like, miss me with that bullshit, man. God damn. All right, here we go, man. So she say, okay, I like that, man. She say, once you begin to love yourself, I say, fuck those fake ass jokers, man. Absolutely, Aunt Viv's in the house, man. You can see him coming, absolutely. She say, man, I have to focus on my business before I can concentrate on getting into a full-blown relationship. He say, man, I am all with that right there. I don't think, matter of fact, Brother Market, I'm gonna come to you on this comment here. Because I was having this conversation, in my head before about how when you're, especially when an entrepreneur, you build an empire, it's very difficult, I believe, for like an employee-minded person to understand what the hell be going on with this entrepreneur-minded person, and to respect both. One, the entrepreneur respecting the employee, because I used to be that way. Like I get why you think that and why you operate like that and all that bullshit. But then the employee who may have never been on the entrepreneur side to begin to respect something that's totally different hours, different mindset, whatever the case may be. So talk to us a little bit about your experience as it relates to employee, entrepreneur, trying to understand that whole thing.
Yeah, he said, it's a dynamic that is always gonna be a plague. It's always gonna be a pandemic. It's never gonna go away. Because first of all, 1 to 2% of the whole world population are really true entrepreneurs, business owners. Okay, so now you have this person that may say, "Oh, I had a business before. I've done this before, and I've done that before," and then you're hoping as an entrepreneur that this person can do the things that they said they can basically do. And then early in the relationship, because that's a relationship, they're excited, they're doing some things, but really, even as it goes along, and still early in the relationship, you find out that these people cannot and don't have the proper mindset to even really communicate with you on that level of being an entrepreneur. And then let's say you bring a love somebody particularly might be your lover or your significant other, and you start to bring them into your fold, and start now you want obviously you want your mate to be everything that you need them to be, and I don't give a fuck if it's a he or she. They're fucking lying. They're fucking misguided themselves into your relationship, and you end up losing a lot fucking around with the people. Now, I've been by myself, you know this, for a while now. You know, I've been gearing up. I'm making more money now with less employees than in a long, long time. So now I feel that the people that I'm attracting now are really what I want. Business-minded, goal-getting, want to be rich-minded people. And that's what's happening. Because right there is, am I older with this business, or I'm older and I'm wiser? And I take the latter. I'm older and wiser, so I can tell when somebody just rolling some doodle at me. They're rolling some shit at me. They're throwing shit at me. They want me to catch it, and I'm just doing like that. You hit me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit.
Oh shit!
Well, bullshit, Dodger now.
Oh shit! I want to come down to you, brother Anthony, man. I think this is this probably got to be a whole show by itself, but the whole topic, because again, this was a she say that brought this up. Said, man, I'm focused on my business, and I got to build this business. And I don't know about y'all, but man, when you trying to build and you connect with, and you ain't quite right, just to say you ain't quite right, so you attract them ain't quite right to you, and you trying to mix that. It has a negative impact on what you're trying to build. But I don't know if you've had the same experience or similar experience, Brother Anthony, as relates to entrepreneur and employee or just mindset in general, man.
Yeah, he say, miss me with that bullshit, because when it comes down to, I respect her for saying she's trying to, she's focusing on building her business before she does anything else. But, oftentimes what we find is when we're building, we still might be going out. We're still attracting somebody that's attracted to the person that we used to be, not the person that we're going to be. And we get caught up in that sometimes, and we don't realize that not everybody's equipped to come along for the journey. And because you think about it from an entrepreneur standpoint and from an employee standpoint, there's two different mindsets. We've already said that. So from an employee standpoint, we're thinking about, every week I know what my check is going to be. Every week I know how many hours I'm going to work. Every year I know what my salary is going to be, and I know what my health benefits and so forth are. And I can plan my vacations accordingly. Now, from an entrepreneur standpoint, we're looking at, this is what my goal is for this year, or for today, or for this week, or for tomorrow. And we're not thinking about, we're going to go on this extravagant vacation, because we're thinking about grinding and hustling and doing our thing. When you bring up a vacation to an entrepreneur, a real entrepreneur, he's thinking about, where do you want to go? How can I do business in that city? And how can I get my money back from the government for taking you on this vacation? That's the difference in mindset. So even when you're building, you can still have a partner as long as they know exactly what their role is, and they know how they can support you while you're building your business, as well as catering to your relationship. So if you can't do both, oftentimes it's best for you just to stay away or stay by yourself, because it's a whole different mindset when you're an entrepreneur than when when you're flipping from employee to entrepreneur. Whole different mindset.
Ooh, he just said, he just said, know your role. Oh, Lord.
Man or woman.
Oh, Lord. Toy guy, again, you're an owner of a business and you're blessed to be in a marriage for 7 years or so, man. But you probably still see this dynamic play out. So talk about this mindset, this mind fuck mindset that's going on out here in these streets.
Right. He say, so first things first, right? So I hear everybody saying, miss me with the bullshit. I need to start the business first, this and the third. This is just my opinion, right? First things first, you need to work on yourself. That's the first thing. Before you can work a business or anything like that, you need to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Once you establish and work on yourself, get your credit right, you know what I'm saying, your thought process, don't be, overly toxic, masculinity, toxic femininity, whatever you want to say, right? You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a good career, whatever you choose to do, get yourself right first. Then when it's time for you to move on and get your business or whatever the case may be, so be it. Now people will say, oh, I would rather start my business as opposed to start a relationship. Well, I mean, I get people's thought process with that, but in actuality, you can really do both. You see what I'm saying? So while I was building Platinum Treasures and also like with real estate, I was also in the process of, dating my wife. You see what I'm saying? And actually, I think I might have been like 2 years in when I brought the idea about Platinum Treasures to her, right? And wanted to get her thought process because I was going to be working around a lot of women. Now, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, and it's actually how you present it. My wife is the one that likes to go up the corporate ladder, right? I work in corporate America too, but at the end of the day, I could care less. I work because I want to work, not because I have to work. You see what I'm saying? Like in a corporate setting. So, her thing is she's all about moving up the ladder to management, and, project managers and, and COO and all that type of stuff. That's all well and dandy. I'm not that type of guy, right? So, just pay me my money and I'll keep it moving. But at the end of the day, if I don't feel like working there, I'll just quit and then I'll, do all of the stuff that I have going on the side. It's not a big deal to me. But my whole thing is that when we were moving through and like our dynamic basically was more so I understood where she was coming from. She understood where I was coming from. But at the end of the day, we had a mutual respect for one another. I had a mutual respect. I had a respect for her climbing the corporate ladder. She had a respect for me and wanting to start my own business and having a passion and moving forward from there. Never did I ever throw any type of dirt on or, try to discourage her from moving up the ladder in corporate America. And she never, ever tried to discourage me. But the both of us have always tried to encourage one another and really push each other to our fullest potential. My wife doesn't have an interest in being an entrepreneur or anything like that at all. But anytime I talk about any of my struggles or anything like that, she's always listening, trying to give me a listening ear and or trying to help me get to the next level. It's the same thing that I do with her. So it actually can be done. You know what I'm saying? But I just think people's vision is sometimes can be a little jaded. Oh, I got to be by myself in order to do certain types of things. Not necessarily, you know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, you just got to know who you are and the type of people that you're dealing with or that you want to deal with. It's really just that simple. I think people make things harder than what they really are.
Absolutely, man. He said, yeah, we absolutely do all tend to make things more complex than they absolutely have to be. I do want to clarify, though. I don't think that she's saying that, she wants to be single or whatever.
Right.
I think she just simply, we don't know where she is in business.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be just that she's choosing to focus on that until whatever the case may be. So again, I'm gonna read her comments again. She say, I have to focus on my business before I can concentrate. So I think she's saying that, hey, if I'm gonna get in a relationship, that's gonna take some attention, that especially as a woman into this relationship as well. So I want to make sure we get our words right, not misconstrue what she's saying, although we're still making great points as we look at this dynamic. Let me keep going, man. She say, you always get hurt looking at the superficial stuff. As women, we tend to look at the outside more than what's on the inside. He say, I don't even know if y'all even see what's on the inside. I mean,
They don't make it to see what's on the inside because the time frame is too short.
Woo. Let me now. Here we go. Listen to this bullshit. She say there are more grown boys than grown men in these streets. there are grown boys making statuses about what they're going through instead of the grown men who keep their businesses private and on social media.
Whoa. Can I comment to that? Do you mind?
Oh no, yeah, please do, because I'm gonna get in trouble if I comment. I'm right now.
Okay, all right, that's cool. So check this out, though, right? I understand what she's saying, but at the end of the day, you know, it's men that make those posts, it's women that make those posts as well. You could literally look up and down my timeline, and there's tons of women, you know, saying all types of shit. You see what I'm saying? You know, from the standpoint of talking about their relationships, like the whole 9 yards, putting their business out there, and or just getting on social media and literally showing their ass. And I mean that, you know what I'm saying? You know, like literally. So like at the end of the day, you know, if you want to say that there's a lot of grown boys out there and not a lot of grown men, us men can pretty much say the same thing about women, you know. So like at the end of the day, you know, like, you know, making that statement doesn't mean that, you know, men are doing it way more than women. Because, you know, like I said before, I can look on my social media page and I see a lot of superficial stuff. I see the long caterpillar eyelashes, I see the Gucci bags, and I see the Mercedes Benz. But then when you take a picture in your bedroom, your bed is on, the mattresses are on the floor. So like at the end of the day, you know, like, you know, I hear what she's saying, but I gotta disagree.
Oh man, he's let me because this me with that damn bullshit, man. For real, like he's saying, okay, how easy it is to talk about what men are not doing. Now we got brothers up here to talk. Hey, we owning our shit, but how come it's so difficult for you to own your own shit?
Yo, that's because he said that's because they're not keeping it real with themselves. As simple as that. Just keep it 100. They're not keeping it real with themselves, right? It's exactly what I just said, like straight up and down. Like I've literally met women, right? You know what I'm saying? That, you know, they just like us men to a certain degree. They want to live that balling lifestyle, but like truthfully, you like when you meet them in the club or you meet them in the mall, they look like they got shit figured out. You really want to see what if they don't have shit figured out? All you got to do is walk on the inside of their house. Walk inside of their house and their bathroom is fucked up, or the mattress is on the floor, or you know what I'm saying? Or like you look at you go in the kitchen and you see all of the grease that's splattered on the back, you know what I'm saying, of the wall, or like the backsplash or whatever the case may be. It's all superficial, boss. On the outside, you know what I'm saying, they got it together. On the inside, shallow as fuck, and they don't really got it together. It's just as simple as that.
Man, he say you wait long enough, and here comes the question about can you pay my phone bill or my light bill or help me on the rent? Because you know what I'm saying, you ain't got that shit all together. Come on, Mark, do what you got, man. This is some motherfucking bullshit, man. I listen. I'm just so sick and tired of these sisters who can't own their own shit. It's so easy to try to point at what men and this and that. But damn, why you don't ever talk about yourself? Why you don't ever talk about, you know what, I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You all fucked up. We all fucked up. I mean, goddamn. Yeah. Go ahead, Brother Markadu.
No, I mean, it's just right. I mean, he said it's just right on point. I mean, that he's right. That goes both ways. That shit swinging both ways. You know, I've been in lately. I've been in a woman's house. I mean, immaculate. I mean, oh my God, immaculate. But when I started to hear the shit that was coming out of her body, I was like, motherfucker, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. I'm gone because I know what I want, and she didn't care what I wanted. She just wanted me. She wanted me to help pay her bills. That's what she wanted. She wanted me to help pay for her car. You know, I mean, early in that conversation was, damn, I lost my mother, my ex-husband, he's gone, and I lost about $4,000 a month when that whole transition. So I'm like, what that mean? I'm going to be the one to make up for that? And so you can hear the if we really if we really patient with ourselves, and we really for ourselves down, and it's not going to be anytime soon. After this show, we're still going to remain fucked up. Not going to say somebody's going to figure out, say, oh, I can do better. But most of them are going to say right back to the same old bullshit. And that's the nature. Until you begin to work on yourself and pay attention to really what you want. And I basically talking about self now. I'm excited about where I'm going in my own space now. It's like, because you know me, Evan. You've seen me caught up in some bullshit, some straight bullshit. And I finally, I'm still working on it, but I'm a lot smarter. Even when my son says to me, he said, "I'm proud of you." I said, "For what?" Because your decision making is a lot better. And that's growth for me.
Dr. Chris. Man, so, let me add in there, man. He said, man, because I actually do. I watched this process for you, brother, and this and I guess in my interaction or whatever role I play, I gently say some stuff like, brother, you gotta get these motherfuckers out of your life. This motherfucker gotta go, and this motherfucker gotta go, and this motherfucker gotta go. Right? And then to see you metamorphosis at some point, I think you got to yourself. You was like, I gotta snap out of this shit. I mean, as a man, I think that's what I don't know about women. I don't know how y'all do it, because I seen some fucked up shit last night. If I tell y'all that, I mean, oh Lord, I was like, oh Lord, this what women do. But anyway, I don't know. I think you got to yourself and you just said, fuck that. I'm finna shit. I ain't going out like that. I think that's how we men kind of. I ain't going out like that. I might go down, but I ain't going out like that. And you turn something on. You start getting rid of these bum ass motherfuckers because you start. And I would say because you started to value yourself again and what you bring to the table and what
you know that better than anybody. If you ever really talk about self. I could be a poster child for that shit now. I really feel fucking awesome. I really do. It's like, it's just like, God is just blazing in my life, put a big light around me. It said, you are the one. I'm going to prove to the world that molestation, all that crack, sniffing that heroin, all the marriages was just part of a life. And I'm not stuck in that shit. And I'm willing to grow. Even as older guys or older women, sometimes we refuse to grow. And I said, fuck that. I said, I got something to prove to God. And that's where I realized this subject means a whole lot to me. That's what he said.
So he say, man, man, I read some of these comments, man. When y'all hear some of these comments, you see what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, I'll be saying to myself sometimes, do they even fucking listen to themselves?
He said, go ahead and read some of the comments.
Let me get Anthony. I want to make sure Anthony get his take in, man.
So he say on this topic, something that you said in the very beginning about the generalizations about it being both men and women. So it's about ownership and accountability. So when we look through this and we all go through our timeline and we see men and women complaining about stuff that they could very easily change. And we all see people who are making comments and statuses and whatnot about the people that are in their life that they know they should get rid of, but they won't. Or they're doing something that they know is bad for them, but they won't change it. So let's take, for example, with men, faking it till they make it, balling out of control, spending their rent money in the clubs and whatnot. They know it's detrimental to them, but until they internalize it and own it, they won't change. Now you look on the flip side, so from a man's standpoint, we're doing that because women are attracted to financial stability. Now you flip that, men are looking for somebody that they find attractive. So then you get the women that have the long hair weaves or the wigs and the makeup and the fake eyelashes and so forth. But then on the very next thing, they'll complain about how the wigs are tearing out their edges or their hair is thinning or their nails are thin or anything like that. And all you got to do is stop doing it. It's all about ownership. Stop doing it. So when it all comes down to it, Miss me with the bullshit from the niggas that's in the club trying to be a shot caller when they really not. And miss me with the bullshit from the people that's going down to the Asian hair salons and buying all that bullshit, because that ain't something that most men really like anyway. You're doing that shit for other women.
Ooh. Now let me ask something. He said, I'm gonna read these comments to our guy because this is getting good. He said, I don't think that people really understand like a strategic motherfucker. Like here's the deal. A lot of shit that I do is to lead up to this fucking show. I'm a master motherfucking marketer. People really think in they simple minds, they really think like something really. Oh, he must be angry. Or some woman have fucked him up. Or y'all are simple. You regular. Yeah. Right? Y'all ain't ready for premium. Y'all not ready for niggas that calculated and they steps. They got a plan. You ain't ready for that shit. y'all made me motherfucking laugh, man. It's so bad. Anyway, let me read the comment. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. All right, what's going on, Joy? She say again, if you got something to add, your brother put in the comments on he say before your comment. Your sister, she say before your comment. She say truth. She say better own it. Okay, Sister Joy. You best delete that thing. She say truth. All right, Sister Joy, thanks so much. She say stop looking for the perfect person. Focus on self-love and find people who are driven and truly wants to build with you. Fantastic. Absolutely. She say, man, Sir Margaret, absolutely, man. He say, all right, we got some brothers in here. He say, first decide if you are going to live your life or someone else's. Once you decide, you will get what you focus on. We all get what we focus on. We all find what we're looking for. I think we should understand that by now, hopefully. I'm not sure. It's in the book. It's in that book that was written 2,000 some odd years ago. You know,
a book that they trust.
You will find.
Seeking you'll find. She say, okay, relationships are great. I have orgasms that put me in a coma. So I have to put that on the back burner and put business first. Fuck boys don't understand that. All right now, Sister Deb, you better tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. I'm gonna put your ass in a fucking coma. She say, grown men can understand your business grind and respect your hustle. Everybody putting down respect your hustle. And that's on either side. Respect your hustle. It's talking about mutual respect. Good things come to those who wait. She say you have your own dream to focus on while also being a supportive partner. Okay. All right. She say, oh Lord, here we go. She say that which way do you want it? Do y'all want it? Okay, very generalized statement. If she wants you to help, she's wrong. But if she's too independent, she's wrong too. Balance is needed on both sides because y'all men do it. Popping bottles in the club and then trying to take a sister home and smash on an air mattress. LOL.
He said, but you got smashed on that air mattress. So what does that say about you?
Right.
You found what you were looking for.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Seeking
and I didn't even have to take you to the Waffle House.
Exactly. he said it goes back to what we said in the very beginning. We do what works when we're in that mindset. We do what works when we're in that mindset. And we attract who's going to accept that bullshit.
Right.
Happy male.
So he said, I love what you just said, Anthony. Let's ask. Let's listen. Okay. He said we got miss me with that bullshit. But then we also have I been accepting the bullshit?
Yeah.
Have I been accepting the bullshit? See, this is the part that's very difficult to say. To really say, you know what? I've been accepting this shit.
Right.
I've been attracting it. I've been accepting it. I've been down for it until it hurt. Yeah. Until I didn't get what I wanted anymore, or whatever the case may be. See, when it started going back to what we said, ownership and accountability. Yep. I'm sorry, it's just very difficult. I just don't see too many women that will actually do that, own it and accept their part as it relates to the bullshit that they accept.
And they accept a lot of it.
And we all do. If we really be honest, we all accept a lot of bullshit. It just comes down to the bullshit that you're willing to accept long term. Because everybody got some bullshit in them.
I agree.
Exactly.
He say, I agree.
This comment here, though, miss me with that goddamn bullshit, man. See what I'm talking about?
He said, can you reread that again?
Yes. Whew. She say, well, which way do y'all want it? If she wants you to help, she's wrong. I don't know where that come from. But if she's too independent, she's wrong too. I don't know where that come from. Balance is needed on both. Okay, I agree. Because y'all men do it. Popping bottles in the club and then trying to take a sister home and smash on the air patches. LOL. Nigga, if I want, he said if I want some goddamn pussy and I want to goddamn try to take a sister home and smash, then that's what the fuck I want. And if I find one that's down, then that's what the fuck going down. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
And let's not act like you ain't never got a guy and just said take him home and smash on the air mattress too. What are we saying? Right. Where are we going with that comment?
And she's independent, he said. And she's independent. So if you're independent, and he said, if you're so independent, you know, we look for that. But you still got some other underlying and overlying issues you're fucking dealing with. So, you know, you're fucked. You still go home again tomorrow. After that happy meal. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Toy Guy. You want to say something to that comment?
I mean, honestly, man, I'm just going to keep speaking about myself, right? Because I don't necessarily want to generalize or put everybody in a box, right? So what her comment was, she saying, you know, like, so what do y'all want? It's really just simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, before you get into a relationship, have your shit together. And what I mean by have your shit together is realize who you are. You know what I'm saying? Understand that you know, like, you know what your confidence is, what you're good at, what you're not good at. Have a good credit score, right? Have a career. You know, have your own vehicle. Have your own place to stay. You know what I'm saying? If you have kids or whatever, that's cool. But at the end of the day, make sure your kids are taken care of and that you truly just don't have any drama around you. And, you know, and if you get into a relationship, you're looking to build. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and the same thing goes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for the guy. So then what ends up happening is that when you come together, you know what I'm saying? It can work. One of the things that I hear a lot of women say that kills me is, oh, I'm looking for my better half. I'm looking for someone to complete me. No, you should already be completed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, 180 and then you want a man to come and be the other 180 and make you a circle. Like, no, you should be a full circle. And then he comes to the table and he be a full circle. You know what I'm saying? And then it's two circles, but y'all really doing y'all thing together. You know what I'm saying? I've also had women, you know, I hear them at toy parties and stuff like that. Well, you know, I'm just going to live in an apartment and my credit is messed up. I'm just waiting for a man to just come and marry me and straighten everything out. Guess what? You're going to be single forever. And you're going to definitely deal with bullshit ass guys. Because if you really dealing with a guy that got his shit together, they not fucking with you. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you. If I was on the market and, you know, I'm chopping it up with a woman and we out and about, and then I start, you know, poking and prodding and asking certain questions and you don't have your shit together, guess what? The conversation is not going no further. I might be on my Rocco shit, you know what I'm saying? Which is, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going steady. We just fucking round. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we going to do. Ain't going to spawn into no relationship. It's not going to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely should come to the table with your shit already together. And he should come to the table with his shit together. And then y'all can really build from there.
Man, let me add that he say, man, I love that. I want to add in a little piece to that, though, because it's ideal to come together with your shit together, but oftentimes that ain't going to happen. But again, the mutual respect. But then also, he say everybody don't want no fucking relationship. Okay?
Right. But they might want a fucking relationship. A fucking relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he say is exactly what I just said, like my man Rocco would say, right? Atlanta rapper, right? You know, we just fucking round. Like, that's just it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nothing else. We, you know, we just want to kick it, do what we do, and keep it moving. I know plenty of women like that. I know plenty of men like that. It is what it is.
Man, let me come back and get some more of these comments because it's getting hot up in here. If you can't stand the heat, get your ass out the kitchen. This is the He Say, She Say show, where we, you know, everybody has a voice. Why not let your voice be heard? She say it is great feeling when you have your own money to pay for your own needs. Then you don't have to deal with the bullshit, right?
I agree.
Absolutely, man.
Yes.
Absolutely. She say I can't with y'all. Absolutely, man. What's going on? Thanks so much for joining. Well, hey, she say women do dress for other women. All right, we got some honesty going on here from
He
somebody.
said, I'm glad she was honest about it. I'm glad she was honest about it. Because they need to stop that lie about, that's what men look at on Instagram, and that's what they want. Because I don't know no bros that's talking about, I want a girl with eyelashes that reach her nose and, a big 5-pound wig on her head. I don't know no dudes that want that. Other women like that.
Let me get another comment, man. She say again, another one. Let me preface this again. I said this in the beginning. We're gonna say it again because some women simply don't get it. Listen, we know that it's not every woman.
Right.
So for you to say not every woman, when we've already determined, we know it's not every woman. You just like to have circular conversations. We're tired of that bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. But I'm gonna keep your comment anyway because you said she said. She say every female not asking for their bills to be paid. We know that. Only time my bills were paid was when I was married. Outside of that, I've done what I needed to do to make it. I've even purchased a home less than 2 years after my divorce and been able to maintain my house for 4 years. Okay, you're trying to make yourself look good. Okay, all right.
Yo.
Man, Easter, we done seen this shit, man. We done seen y'all tactics are old, man. Can you come up with some new shit? Okay, right. Come up with some new shit.
Right. Can I say something real quick, Evan?
Absolutely, bro. Go ahead, bro.
All right. Here's another thing I want to say, right? This is for all the married folks. This is for all the married folks. Like, get off the bullshit where you think just because you married, the man is supposed to pay all of your fucking bills. Cut that bullshit out. It is 2020, right? This is not 1970. This ain't 1928. And it's damn sure ain't 1910 or whatever the case may be, right? In this day and age, you need two people to really make a household go or a relationship go. If you want to take the approach of, I want the man to pay for everything, I'm just going to sit in the house, look cute, and or just cook and clean this, that, and the third, you're setting yourself up for failure. And what I mean by that is that you're going to come across a guy that's basically is going to do one or two things, or he's going to do one or two things, right? He's going to pay the bills and all that stuff, but then you still going to run your mouth, get, this, that, and the third, and he going to feel like he can just do whatever the fuck he want to do. You see what I'm saying? Because why? Because he paying for everything. You know what I'm saying? You basically dead weight. You're a fucking liability. If you really want to keep it real, you're a liability. So at the end of the day, he paying all the bills, this, that, and the third. You running your mouth. You ain't trying to have sex, this, that, and the third. You now giving him a gateway. You now giving him a hall pass to go out here and go fuck other women and go do what he want to do, this, that, and the third. When you get in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you guys should be equal partnerships in any and everything that you guys do. You want to buy your house, you do it together. You want to have kids, you raise those kids together. And you also handle the abilities, not the abilities, but you basically handle the task or whatever is needed for that kid together, right? You want to get married, it's a partnership. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no one person do everything and you just take your money and spend it with Amazon and all this type of stuff. It ain't going to fly. And I'm telling you, you ain't going to be married long. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it all the way 100 with you.
Man, hey, he said, man, that brother sound like he's some straight mafia shit. You want to get in the house? Yeah, do it together. You want to get a car? Yeah, do it together. He sounds like a guy up in that motherfucker, man.
Hey, he say assets over liabilities all day long. Assets over liabilities all day long.
Absolutely. You must listen to Earn Your Leisure podcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely, man. Catch up on some more. They typing fiercely now. You know. Hey, he said, we get real when they gotta write a paragraph. They I can't wait till that. These motherfuckers, man.
These
she say fair exchange ain't no robbery. She say we all have experienced the bullshit until we woke up and realized what you really are worth. She said, I accepted a lot of BS until I began to see and know the value of me. I could care less of a man's agenda. I focus on my own standards. I can't control nobody but me. Okay, now. All right, now. Okay. She say, I said it. The comment is in response to men saying that women want to pay their bills. And you still focus on that shit. See, you're saying one track, or you heard one thing that you didn't like, and that's what you're going to focus on. There you go. See,
what Beyonce say? To the left.
Okay, listen. He's saying You the type of woman that just stay on that shit and we can't move forward. We can't never get nowhere. We gotta keep talking about the same shit over and over and over and over again. Cause you heard one thing, you're gonna stay on that thing until I don't know when. I mean, it might be centuries. God damn. We still on that bullshit? Oh Lord. Let me keep reading your comment because you did say, well, you didn't say she said, but I'm gonna read it anyway because it's some bullshit. The moment is in response to men saying that women want them to pay all the bills. We have already established that we're not talking about all women, but you took offense to that and a hit dog will motherfucking holler. And then there are men who say women are independent, which they don't need them. These are men and women who are on both ends of the spectrum. The reference to the man was just a real reference showing that men are also trying to get into relationships without having their shit together.
I agree.
I agree. Okay. She said, yes, in marriage, it is a partnership. Mama says every woman needs a stash. Okay, now come with the real shit. Okay, she say I used to try to change men to what I thought was better until I had to realize that you can't change anyone but yourself. I had to stop assuming. Oh Lord, you had to stop assuming a man could be mine and all and be all. It's time to do me. She say some of these sisters are stagnated emotionally. Oh Lord, brother Mark, that's a powerful statement right there. Some of these sisters are stagnated emotionally. Now, I will say this. Y'all lucky because tonight's show is going to be called Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Why are you so angry? We might say that the next week. But nonetheless, Brother Marketing, man, some of this bullshit or some of this good shit that you hear, and we ain't going to call it all bullshit because it ain't all.
No.
What's some of the stuff that you hear, man, you want to respond to?
Well, I mean, he said even looking at the perspective of generalizing everything. This whole topic is not for us to really generalize. It's just men are fucked up, women are fucked up. We raise our children to be fucked up, and then you get a chance to practice what you do with men with your children, so you get a chance to keep that bullshit rolling. Okay, I believe that a woman that really has her shit together, really have it together, we as men will know. We know. I met plenty of women say she ain't taking no bullshit, or she got her shit together, and then I met plenty of women that would say, "Come on, get some of this pussy. Come on, get some. I know you want some." And so we can play this game over and over and over again. He said this, she said that. But I'm telling you, God is my witness. And just like we've been saying all along, once we begin to work on self, all that shit, all this other side shit that people are saying, and guess what? That shit won't even matter anymore. You'll be in a position where you can say, you know what? I'm making greater decisions, and you will notice it, and the people around you will notice, and they will be able to articulate to be able to say, man, you used to be a hoe, but you ain't no more. Ain't that true?
Hey, he said, let me add to what you're saying, man, because I don't think really we get it, right? Like when we say get your shit together, see, I think many of us, we think about, oh, I got my house and I got my car. No, we talking about get this shit together. This shit right here. Like, yeah, you got all the stuff on the outside, but the inside fucked up. And you think, oh, because I've acquired this or I've been able to maintain this. Like, listen, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I can't believe I'm still here. I'm still standing. Okay, so what? But I don't be floating on that shit. That is not the accomplishment. Is the development of my mind, the development of me as a man and as a person. What I now understand that I didn't understand. And for many of us, our focus is on what you have acquired, right? What you have accomplished. The certificate that's on the fucking wall, but yet you still don't know how to treat people, talk to people, deal with people, men and women, women to men, men to men. But then you still, oh well, yo, fuck how I talk to you. Look what I got. You are fucked up. You are fucked.
Men and women.
He said you took the words right out of my mouth, because I was going to say, when are we going to change our mentality? whether that be from a relationship standpoint or from a financial standpoint. Because, I mean, everything that we've been reading, everything that we've been saying is all about the bullshit. It's about dishing out the bullshit. It's about swimming in the bullshit. And it's about swallowing the bullshit. When are we going to stop? Because if you're dishing it out and you're swimming in it, if you just stop your part of the bullshit, it can make everything a little bit better going forward. Because once you stop yours, you recognize it coming your way, and then you can kind of dodge it. You know, move from side to side, so it keeps like Sir McAdoo said. You just let it go beside you and go around you. But if one person doesn't stop, the next person going to continue to deal with it and dish it and dish it and dish it, and then we're all going to be stuck with it, stepping over it. That's what he said.
Right? He said, "Man, it's so difficult to stop when you won't even recognize that you got it. You know, when you won't look in the fucking mirror and just say, man, here's the part that I'm fucking playing, as if it's only a one-way fucking street. No, nigga, it's a goddamn two-way street. Like, yeah, stop. Now the book tells us this. It says stop trying to pull the plank out of somebody else's eye when you got your own fucking plank in your eye. But yet, damn, we want to look and say, here's the part that I fucking played. Here's how I said something. Here's how I responded. Man, yeah, that was kind of fucked up what I did. No. It's always, not for all women. Let me just, because y'all got to hear that. Not for all women. But damn. Do you realize how you push this motherfucker sometimes? Do you realize the buttons you fucking press? Do you realize your negative fucking attitude? Do you realize how contentious and argumentative you are? Do you realize that shit?
No.
Now, of course, we want everybody to recognize their own bullshit, but can we recognize our own bullshit? In the comments below, I'd like for you to share as a he say or she say some bullshit that you recognize that you participate in, that you bring to the fucking table, right? And we talking about your fucking vices. We talking about the shit that you still working on this bullshit. Yeah, how about we do that? Do we have some women that can actually do that shit? All right, brother. Go ahead, man. What you got, brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Anthony.
I was gonna say, he say this corona quarantine thing has highlighted a lot of people's bullshit. Because you think about it like this. Think about the things that right at the height of the quarantine, what was made essential and what people were freaking out about. The liquor stores made so much money because people are self-medicating themselves because they don't want to deal with their own bullshit. Now, I haven't drank in a long time, but of course, a lot of people drink so that they drink or smoke so that they can get outside of their issues, so they don't have to think about it. What this quarantine has taught a lot of people, you'll see at the end of everything, those people that have learned something about themselves and bettered themselves, and those people that are going to still be in the same place, running in motion when everything is back to its new normal. We're going to see that up and down our timelines, the people that we work with and the people that we hang out with. We're going to see it, and we're going to see how many people are going to change their circles because they either got better or they realize they stayed the same and they're comfortable in that bullshit. And if you are comfortable in your bullshit, just say it. I'm comfortable being in my misery, and that way everybody knows to leave you the fuck alone.
He said, man, I love that. When I think about some of the shit you just said, man, it's like, damn, man, like the spotlight, man. COVID-19 has really. I mean, I see, and it's really like we've seen a lot of motherfuckers disappear. All these shot ballers, shot callers, you have no money to make it through a month. What you talking about? Where you at? You ain't. Now come to you, brother Markadu, man. Yeah, man. Own your own bullshit, man. So let's do that. We want to do this for the audience, and because we want the audience to participate. So I want us to identify, right, some bullshit that we might still be dealing with, or some shit we recently feel like we just we realize this is some shit that's still in me. Now I'll tell you, I'm sarcastic as a motherfucker. Okay, I've been working on that shit my whole fucking life, and I've turned something that's been a curse into a blessing because it actually helps me with marketing, right? So I tell you, it's really good with business, but it ain't so good with the goddamn ladies. And I can own it. I'm a sarcastic motherfucker. Okay, I don't know no other way to be, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. That's but at least I'm gonna own this shit. Okay, that's what it is. So you know you're gonna get some sarcasm when you're dealing with your boy. If you can't stand the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. And we just gonna have to keep moving. We ain't a good mess. It is what it is. You got a fat ass, probably got some good pussy, and we just ain't gonna work. Brother Marketer, man, talk to man. Something that you realize, man. This is just I've been working on this shit, and what we gonna do?
I mean, we ain't gonna do shit. We're gonna do a motherfucking thing. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and like you said, that COVID-19, like y'all saying, it put a spotlight on most people, and it did for me. I mean, I realized that I'm really the person that I am, you know. And my brother, Toy Guy, said a lot of times, you know, you know, people are doing things they ain't saying that. But I'm telling you, like COVID-19 put a spotlight on me, and I was the star, you know. And I realized that shit, I can make a shitload of money, you know what I'm saying, and share it, be able to share my techniques and tactics with others. You know, I don't know too many people in my circle make $100,000 in the month of April. I don't know. But I know one thing: when you focus and you understand that you are fucked up or you are not fucked up, I realize my mind is so much more advanced than it used to be. Not more than others. My focus is not all the motherfuckers. I realize that I'm better off today than I ever been before. I know that therapy really helped me a lot. I realize that, and I get, and I'm saying this for everybody. You might be one sarcastic motherfucker, which you are. You are fucking off the fucking charts sometimes with that shit. But it's right on time. You just are very short with bullshit, and I like that. No, not only do I like it, I love it. And it just showed me that that I don't have to be sarcastic. I just can be sarcastic in my own little space and say fuck you. You know, I can say fuck you without even saying fuck you. I mean, people just know when you ask me for money and I say, I don't have no money like that. I don't loan money. I'm not no bank. You know, and what's wrong with saying I'm not a bank? I don't do loans. I just say straight money. Don't ask me for shit.
Brother Anthony, man, what say you, man? Is it, you know, as a man is out, you know, dating, actively dating? Have you noticed some bullshit that you still kind of like, hey, and this is I'm getting through this. I'm getting better, whatever the case may be.
Well, the one thing that I've always struggled with when it comes down to dating is that I am very blunt in what I say. And sometimes it's not so nice. Sometimes it is. And I'm also very sarcastic. So those are things that, you know, I know about me. And when it comes down to a relationship, I'll tell a woman from the first time we meet, my flaws and your flaws have to get along because all the good shit is going to work. But if all the bad shit about me don't like the bad shit about you, we might as well go our separate ways and keep it pushing because that's just who I am. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be Anthony in the morning and at night. There's not gonna be any difference. So you just have to either be able to deal with it. You either like it and love it, or you hate it and move the fuck around. That's just how I am.
Man, absolutely, man. Come down to you, Toy Guy. Of course, you've been married for a little while, so I'm pretty sure you done. You know, there's some things that you've been working on to make sure you stay married. So talk to us a little bit about some of your own shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Well, one of my things is you know, like early on in our relationship, as far as like being married, is, attitude, right? So like more so with me, I used to like fly off the handle off of like, some of like the smallest things. So, but now that's something I've learned to work on, and, certain things just don't even bother me no more. Also, what I'm saying? Like my wife and I both can be sarcastic. So, we joke around a lot. So it's not a big deal. However, I would say another thing about me is that I just lost my train of thought, but, pretty much just like in a nutshell, it's just more so like, we joke around and things of that nature. But I know what I was going to say is that sometimes I can, come off as being like an asshole based upon like, it's like my wife always tell me, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, it's your tone and like things of that nature. So I recognize, that's something about me that, that's something that I've learned to work on like over the years. That's pretty much about it.
Absolutely, man. We'll catch up on the comment, man. We're going to see if anybody was bold enough to talk about their own shit, because it's easy to talk about other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Acting like your shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, roses and shit. Okay. She say, blows hemp smoke in angry sister's face. Help your get your mind right and get out of your feelings. It's juvenile. You can blame all men for you can't blame all men for your poor decisions. Oh, we gotta fight back. She say, man, you will never find a perfect person. Dealing with the good in the person is easy. You have to decide the level of bad or the bullshit that you can deal with. We all have a little bad that our partner experiences. Keeping it real up in here. She say relationships and marriage are God ideal. We continue to try to have them without asking for his input and insight. Okay, everybody don't believe in God, but sure. Okay, fantastic. She say COVID-19 brought out a whole lot of skeletons.
Yes,
She said, I own up to being sarcastic, direct, and I have a tone when speaking, especially when I'm still processing something that has transpired. Okay, keep it real up in here. She say, yes, life is a two-way street. Some men want everything they bring to the table to be matched equally from a woman. However, that doesn't guarantee she will be your perfect partner. You also got to look at, does she bring you peace and offer other positive experiences to keep your relationship fresh? He says, sisters, is it so difficult to talk about you? Or is it just you must try to talk about what the man said? Listen, and some of y'all are raising boys, by the way, and I'm very scared for them. I'm just gonna keep it real. I mean, my goodness, like some men. Okay, what about you? You are a she say. You won't talk about the she says.
He say raising boys to be men that they wouldn't date themselves.
Wait. Whoa. Somebody.
Man, you cold-blooded, man. You cold-blooded.
Not on the nose, though. He's
cold, man. Look. You cold, man.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Happened to me. Ooh, wait.
Right, she say somebody else say, okay, she say, I don't listen all the way because I'm always right. Oh, okay.
See, that's that bullshit. There we go. All day.
Yep.
Then she threw that bullshit in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Look, he say in my best New York voice, fuck out of here.
Hey man, it's been real and it's been fun, guys. We're gonna begin to close this show out, man. I hope he said, I hope that there's been some level of transparency between all of us, whether it be the men, the he says and the she says, because adult conversation is needed. It's not needed just from the she says to the she says, and not just from the he says to the he says, although we don't really talk a whole lot, but the conversation between both. So we begin to understand both. I think is very, very relevant, and it helps. In the comments below, if you have been opened enough to actually get some help as it relates to the dynamic, as it relates to relationships, right? If that's something that you've gotten tonight, you say, you know what? I think I understand a little bit better. Because here's the deal. It's not necessarily about what you know, it's about what you don't know. And the only way that you can get to what you don't know is be open to listen to what you don't know. And this is one of the biggest problems. Like men listening to women to learn what they don't know about women, and women listening to men about what they don't know about men. Man, what happens when we begin to do that? man, relationships, connection points, it begins to take on a whole new level.
Yeah.
We're going to get our last comments here from our panel here tonight. And of course, from those that are in the comments below, tell us what you thought about tonight. Was this something that was very helpful? Did you enjoy tonight? Did you have fun? Right? Did you get your drink and did you get it off your chest? Right? Did you get it off your chest? So as you move into your next day, you feel refreshed, man. Let's come down to you, man. Toy guy, of course, owner of an adult novelties that we didn't get a chance to look at all that fun stuff tonight.
It's all good. It's all good.
Listen, what's your last words? As we are, as our topic, miss me with the bullshit on the He Say She Say show here tonight.
Just to be honest with you, or he say, just stop taking the bullshit and stop doling it out. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Keep everything as simple as you possibly can. Do what you got to do. Work on yourself. More importantly, when you come across somebody, if you feel as though they bullshitting or whatever, immediately cut them off. Don't try to change them. Don't try to see the extra good in them or anything like that, especially if your intuition is essentially telling you, this person is bullshitting you and it ain't going to work. Just basically cut your losses and keep it moving.
Cut the loss and keep it moving. Absolutely, man. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the He Say She Say show. Brother Anthony, man, your last words for our peeps here tonight on the He Say She Say show.
He say ownership is everything, from a business standpoint and from a mental health standpoint. If you can own all your flaws and work on those that you can improve and recognize those that you can't improve and be able to communicate about it, you're going to be on a winning path to having a prosperous and fulfilling partnership, whether that be in business or in a relationship.
Man, I love that part because that part that you said about the business part, he say that's the reason why some of us will not be entrepreneurs, because we can't own our own bullshit and realize, okay, here's what I'm good at and here's what I'm not good at, and hire where I'm not good. That's a telltale sign of a business that's going to fail. The leadership that doesn't recognize their own bullshit. Man, Brother Mark, do any last words here tonight on the He Say She Say show? We've been talking about Miss Me With That Bullshit. Now, in case y'all don't know this is like episode number 6 of Miss Me With That Bullshit. Y'all really like talking about the bullshit that be happening. Anyway, go ahead, Brother Mark.
No, I mean, he said just Miss Me With That Bullshit. I believe this was a great episode. A lot of people may not even identify with this. I mean, people that come on, they might have got off. They don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with that bullshit. So they said, no, I ain't dealing with it. But being yourself, what I found out about even tonight, I learned a little bit more about who I am and why I am. Okay? Just let's be myself, let's fake, just being more open and honest. And that is huge with myself. And being older and I'm being wiser, I mean, I love women. I really do. I mean, I love y'all, man, like you don't even know. From the bottom of your feet to the crown of your head. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I love it when we can come together and do this kind of work, because we need work. Practice does not make perfect. It just makes better. And the better you get, the better you are in your mind. And that mindset, once it sets up, we in a negative, it's going to stay that way. But as soon as you begin to jackhammer some of that concrete bullshit out of your head, like men and women, I'm talking about all y'all. Okay, then you'll understand what a better life is. And then, like Anthony said, you have more of a prosperous. If you're going to get into business, all this and that, you're going to have a prosperous business, a prosperous relationship. But most of all this bullshit, you have more of a prosperous self. And that's what we're looking to achieve, to have a better you and a better me. The more I get along with you, you get along with me, the better the world would be.
Man, absolutely, man. I want to say thanks so much to our panel here tonight on the He Say She Say show. I got a couple last words and just some words that seem to flow with our show here tonight. He say, number one, mutual respect. Mutual respect. You want it, are you willing to give it? You want it, are you willing to give it? Right? Respect. Number 2, from the book, be yourself. Be yourself. Like, have you and I allowed other people to really get to know us? Because once your representative gets exposed, what do you got left? Be yourself. Yes. once that representative gets exposed, and it will get exposed, yes. What do you got left? Lord Jesus. And just simply own your own bullshit. Like, come on, man. Come on, you're 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and you still ain't owning your own bullshit. And here's the deal. All the people tell you, all your friends, all your family, all your exes, they tell you, and you still won't own your own bullshit.
Blaming everybody else for their personal defects of character.
Blaming everybody else, man. Let me catch up on these comments, man. See if you guys had anything to say about tonight's show. We see here, man. Thanks so much. She say, I will own mine, but right now I have none. Okay, see, I can't read the rest of your comment because you're gonna own yours, but once you said that, we knew where you were going, but you ain't got none. Come on now. That ain't owning your own. That's some bullshit. Okay. He say, man, own your own bullshit and flaws and work on making your life better for you and those you influence. Man, she say very true. Say, yes, sir. She say, somebody said something about dialogue. Oh, she say good dialogue. Thanks so much. She say, men, we love you. Okay. All right, sister. You love us. Let's build together. Absolutely, man. She say, no one is perfect. And once I was more open to hear a man's perspective, that was a moment I started to build better understanding without always being on defense mode. Share love, not bullshit. Share the love, not bullshit. Absolutely, man. This is the he say, she say show where everybody has a voice. Why not let your voice be heard? Man, I think we had a wonderful night tonight. I think we made some progress. That's what it's about. And no matter if it's 1 step, 2 steps, 15 steps, hopefully we've been in a better position to be able to communicate effectively with each other. Whether that be a man to man, woman to woman, peer to peer, employee to employee, a lover to lover, or a wife to husband, whatever the case may be. Hopefully, we take some time to really look in the mirror, own who we are, take time to listen to somebody else, and begin to have better communication, because we all know that communication is the key to success. Communication is the key to success. Man, I'm your boy ERGJ, man. We had our panel here, Sir Mark Adu, Brother Anthony Sims, and the toy guy up with us here tonight, man. We want you guys to remember this, man. Everybody has a voice. Why not let your voice be heard? The He Say, She Say show. Y'all know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
You've been watching the He Say, She Say show. We thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep that conversation going. He say, she say.